Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I use it. Oh, okay. Mr. Speaker, I have a matter of concern that perhaps you may need to guide us as a House, and maybe you will tell us how you want us to proceed. But I'm aware that there is a matter presently before the National Assembly which may or may not find its way to the Senate. Previously, there have been findings in court against senators for utterances that they made before the matter got to the Senate. Therefore, I'd wish to request your good office to guide senators on how to conduct themselves in the next few days in relation to that very matter that is before the Assembly. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, because I have seen colleagues, some publicly take positions this way or the other on this matter, yet there's a Court of Appeal decision against one of our colleagues actually here in 2015 on something that they just said about an impeachment proceeding before it got to this House. And the court was able to find that indeed that particular senator was prejudiced even before hearing the matter. Would you perhaps guide us on how to behave, Mr. Speaker, so that we know how to behave, where to go, where not to go, and so many other things, Mr. Speaker. I thank you.
Thank you, Majority Leader. I will give a communication before the end of the day on this particular matter. It cannot be a point of order, Senator Fernandez. Yes, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, while the issue that has been raised by Majority Leader is of weighty concern, but under the law there is what we call fair comment. Mr. Speaker, it is judicially noticed that your counterpart in the National Assembly and his deputy have taken a position on the matter that is active before them. So even as you consider your ruling, you should also be able to guide us, because the umpire of the arbiter neutral House, who should be neutral, have already taken a position on that matter. So, Mr. Speaker, even as you rule on it, there is also the principle of access to information, fair comment, and freedom of media. So even some things are judicially noticed that, going by the decision in your Solomonic ruling, should not appear in any way to gag members from giving what we call fair comment, because we have seen people who are senior in Parliament taking certain position that it might be presumptuous that they are thinking and the position they all can affect the outcome and decisions that is actively in the matter. So, Mr. Speaker, while that needs to be guided and decision has been made in a court of law, I don't think the intention, the proper reading of the ruling of Supreme Court was not in any way to gag members, but of course to try and avoid the principle of sub judice, as well as in the principle of res judicata in matters that have already been stopped by a court of law and Parliament. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. We'll consider that in the communication. Yes, Senator Wambua.
So I thank the Speaker, and I've heard what my brother, my colleague, Senator Cheriot, has asked from the chair. The Speaker, my only worry is one. We are actually anticipating debate. This matter is not before us. Nobody even knows whether this matter will come before us. As things stand now, we're just hearing things happening in the National Assembly. There is no guarantee that this matter will come before the Senate. The Speaker, the only thing that I would ask you to consider in your direction is the fact that this is a matter that is happening in the public space, and there will be a lot of people, including leaders, addressing themselves to this matter. And as I said, There is nothing in that process so far that anybody can cling on and say, this matter will definitely come before the Senate. That will be determined by the vote in the National Assembly. The Speaker, a space where, and I hope that the Senate will never go down to that level, where a speaker waiting to sit on a matter and the deputy would pronounce themselves on the outcome of a matter. Mr. Speaker, I'm just hoping that one day it will never happen in the Senate that the Speaker of the Senate or the deputy or members of the panel will ever pronounce themselves on any matter, irrespective of how strongly they feel about that matter. Mr. Speaker, I submit.
Sergeant at Arms, close the door. We will come back to you once we are done with the division. Clerk, proceed to read the two orders.
Order number 8, the Division of Revenue Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 38 of 2024, Division. Order number 9, the Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 53 of 2023, second reading, Division.
Sergeant at Arms, I'm informed that there could be senators in the lounge wishing to come in. Kindly just ring the bell before you close the door and draw the bar. Ring the bell for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes. Utasoma, we're coming back.